Okay, we are back again. We're gonna go through a run through on. Sorry, I'm just adding part or joining a party. A run through on Fasnacht, and we are also running a jump. So if you're doing this, the first person starts. If you're doing an 8-man, wait 45 seconds. Have the second person start and work your way down the list. So once you activate the Fasnacht, you run around, you look to make sure there's a musician bot that stands over here. There's the pastry guy, which we have today, right here. Sometimes it doesn't register. You just click on it. Donate eggs. You can find the eggs down here. They'll spawn in. I don't actually need them. I have all the stuff prepped and ready, but give it a second to let them load in. So you'll normally find one here once they load in. There's an egg set. So it'll look like that. Grab the eggs. Normally, like I said, there's more, just I did some prep work prior, so I probably don't have them. Dump those eggs in there, in the little pot there. He starts moving. If you need wood, there's the wood pile here. Next robot is over on this section. He's normally in here. He launches honeybees to kill. He's not here. The music guy is pretty straightforward. Like I said, he's over in that direction over there. There's signs you collect, beeswax for the candle maker. There's some more wood piles. Bunch of beeswax in here. There's also this little side room, so you don't forget. There is more beeswax there. I have all that already. Next is the Stein guy. I do it counterclockwise. It seems to be the best way to do it. And I had the Steins pre-prepped, so the Steins are just these guys here. I will collect now. Next, I'll go to the intestine. I have all the intestines. You get the intestines from the squirrels. At least I think I have all the intestines. You talk to him. Donate the intestines. Then you run over and check this guy out. He's beeswax. You bring the beeswax to the candle maker. Drop it in the box. That's all 4 bots there. And then the last bot on the list, which is this guy. That's the wood. You bring 50 wood to him. There's wood piles, like I said, by the bees house, where the beeswax is, in behind the yellow, and also right here. My suggestion to anyone is if you have Steins on any servers, start collecting them after you give them to the Stein guy. If you want to pre-prep yourself, if you collect them or collect more than what you need, the Stein guy will take all of them. The donation guy normally decoration guy normally stands right here. You just hit the boxes, select what decorations you want to do. 2, 3, 4, and then he's done. He's the easiest one to do and the quickest. Normally try and save him for last. So they'll line up, they'll get ready for the parade. You don't have to stand there, you can run down. Like I said, the music's pretty straightforward. You talk to the bot, he's normally standing here. You play the instrument. Collect the Steins, like I said, after you've handed them into the Stein one. That way you're pre-prepped for next time. You also get eggs from frogs. So once these guys make their way down the street, you'll eventually get a horde of frogs that spawn. Now I use the caster for this section, and then I'll switch over to the Gat Plaz for the super mutants. So he stops, frogs come from this way, and this way. When in VATS, you will VATS to squirrels and everything else, so your choice if you want to use them. And then you come over this way. There's two spots I like to stand, either on this roof here or in the center here. Some people like over here or over here. The super mutants, once the robots come up the alleyway here, which they're slowly making their way up, they'll stop right there. Mutants spawn here, here, over by that tree, that big tree right there, and there, there, and there. So what I do is I take the Gat Plaza out once they're around the corner. That's it. This part does get a little loud, not gonna lie, but I said the only issue with doing VATS is you do lock onto a lot of squirrels. You can lose robots, like I just lost one. As long as you have one robot left, you're golden. It doesn't matter if you lose them. Just make sure that you have at least one left. There's times where I have 5, there's times where I have 3 left. It all depends on how much I'm running through it and actually trying to keep them alive. You can also run a flamethrower and throw the perk card on for healing the bots. I don't bother once they're dead. You can stand on this roof for the legendary that pops up next. But for the most part, I try and stand up on top of the power line. I'd miss it a lot of times like I just did. I do play in third person a lot, so first person probably is a better way to do it. So once that loads in, they'll end up stopping right about there. Make me a liar. Yeah. See, they stopped. Legendary loads in. We got the Grafted Monster, a horde of wolves. Legendaries do like hiding around buildings. I find the Grafted Monsters always behind here. The Sloth, they don't like coming out. Sometimes I die. I'm not gonna lie about that one either. I am a squishy, bloody build, so being that close kills me. As long as he doesn't go after the bots when I spawn back in. Like I said, you can get eggs. He seems really content on being right there, so just finish him off. Not my greatest run through, but still a decent one. We have 4 bots. The Grafted Monster glitched in behind, which was nice. You got the horde of wolves. Once that's over, this guy does his speech.
Gather around the bonfire, friends, as we rid our town of the anthropomorphic representation of the season. Burn him, 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 burn him.
Now we finished it. We have 1956 left. If you're doing a jump to a person's world, you have 2 minutes before your world crashes. Make sure everyone's done on the list. Offsetting your times at the start, 45 seconds if you have 8 people, seems to be the way to go. And then all you do is you make sure that the person you're doing it with is done their event. So I'll be going to a friend's server once he is finished. And it's important that it's a private server. You will see that screen pop up, sorry, but I am typing in someone's chat, letting people know that they can start heading over when they want. Lighting okay, so I just got the okay from my friend. I jump out of this, go through my friends list, go to, oh, that does jump, so watch yourself because people are jumping too. Join my friend, which you will see his name. So I will join Steve. And it's got to be set up through private, so 8-man is the most you can do because you can only have 8 people on your private worlds. I'll have to have Fallout first to have 8-man. We normally run 5 and have a few floaters that help out with people's events. 5 to 6. So once I am in Steve's world, I run over. I make sure that I have joining Fasnacht come up. Tell him I have timer. He'll light the fire. Once he lights the fire, I normally just give it a second. Let the complete come up. And then this is the most important part. Anyone that has a world still going has to jump back to that world before they go to the next person in the list. We don't have a third person, so I'm not going to be having to go back and then jump into another world. But anyone that has a world still up has to go back to their world first, interact with something. So normally what I end up doing once I load into my server here, normally what I end up doing is I'll place my tent right here, run up, go to my scrap box or go to my inventory, go down to junk, go to the porcelain, throw the porcelain in there. That activates that. Wait for everyone to get ready. Have everyone say we're ready to jump over to the next person. Jump over to the next person. Everyone loads in, checks the timer, light the bonfire, jump back to your world, and repeat all the way down the list. That's all you gotta do, guys. So we are now in my world. We have 15 minutes. Got What's the tip you're saying? Yes. So just got reminded. Anyone that has slow connection, make sure that you have it on the list set up that they're the first ones to go. Have them jump to the next person first. Like, so once their world's done, or like once you've got into their world, have them jump right to the other person so they don't lag out and miss out. It just speeds up the process too. So in Steve's case, we would jump to him first in a group because his load screens are longer. And it's the least amount of jumping for him. So this way it allows him to get all the masks. So we'd load into his world first, go into our own, and then the next person on the list, we'd have Steve start jumping first, let us know when he's in, and then we would jump in after. So Steve's in here, we're just giving it a second for people to join.
It's a Swiss watch. Very reliable. Oh, Gertzy, old friend. Maybe you will help me out next time, too. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and all of them gone to the... Wait, where are they? I do hope you're enjoying yourself, friends. Helvetia has many amazing attractions for tourists such as yourselves. Buy homemade. Buy often.
Yeah, so that's how you do it. I'm letting people load in, so I won't be lighting my fire for 1 minute, but I'm not going to let the video go that long. So that's how you do Fasnacht. That's how you do the jump. Like I said, just a quick run through again. It's start the first person starts the event, wait 45 seconds, next person, wait 45 seconds, next person. Once everyone has the event done, communicate that. Make sure it says light the fire. Have the first person in the list be the one that has the longest load screens. Get them done first. You all jump over to him. Once he's done, you jump back to your own world, interact with something, wait for the person with the slow load screen to jump into the next person on the list, then everyone jumps into him, and then after that, you just work your way down the list. The same routine over and over again for 8 people. The only thing is the 8 person has to keep jumping back to his world in between. Same with everyone else until their world is done. And that's how you do the 8-man jump for Fasnacht. It's 8 events, 8 chances to get rare masks. Not a guaranteed. I've done it for hours on end, each event, 8 people's things, and gotten nothing. But it does increase your chances. Good luck. Happy Fasnacht.